Beautiful Leah. Thank you for participating with my page so much. I'm glad that you won the drawing. Congratulations. Try not to pay attention to the... I have marks, like my skin is so not good from that spray. Look at my face. Can you believe it? Anyways, so we're going to do your in-depth reading, past, present, future. That's, okay, so 3 tarot cards for the past, 4 for the present, and 5 for the future. And on top of each pile, I'm going to add a couple of oracle, a couple of science of mind, and then a goddess to top each one off. So, I'm going to start shuffling and start piling. Doo-doo-doo. All right. First up is the tarot. 3 for the past position, 4 for the present position, and 5 for the future. All right, let's see. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for bringing these messages for Leah today. For the highest good of everyone in that timeline. Right now we're requesting 3 past cards. So there's one. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Okay, make sure nothing flipped over. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for allowing my voice to bring healing to everyone who hears it. Thank you for all of your guidance and protection, as always. All right. Now can we get 4 cards for the present situation, please? Highest possible advice for the best possible outcome for everyone. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Mercy, the energy. My hands are alive with it. Whee! Thank you, as always, for flowing this love river for us to sit in for these readings. To clear and transmute any incidental negativities, headaches, worries, toothaches, foot aches, butt aches, whatever it might be. Let's clear it out and let it go. Leah, I really want to have a one-on-one energy session with you, you know. I need one more. Did you see that? I need one more. And there it is. All right. So now I need 5 cards for the future. What's the best possible future if all the shadow work is done and all the things are healed? For the best possible outcome and most possible love. Boy, oh boy, my leg won't hold still. This is fun. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Do you want those? Okay, there's 2. I'm just going to make these in smaller piles so they all fit. I need 3 more for the future. Oh, I thought something was going to go crazy right there. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for bringing cards for Leah, for the highest possible outcome, for everyone involved, for the most love and healing to show up. Oh, man. What a day. All right. Thank you, Holy Spirit. There's the tarot. Now, let's get the oracles. I need 2 for the past, present, and in the future. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for bringing messages for Leah. These are the past positions. First up, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my, I just dropped the whole pile. Let's try that again. Boy, your energies are huge today, Leah. Oh, that's too many. All right, let's try again. That was like, I don't know, 7 cards. Thank you for flowing the river of love, clearing and transmuting all the blockages in our energy fields, in our bodies, in our organs, joints, bones, muscles, nerves, brains, our throat, spinal cord, neck, mouth, nose, eyes, ears. All right, I need now 2 for the present. Thank you, thank you, thank you for bringing 2 cards for the present situation. Something to bring about the most healing and love for everyone involved. There's 1. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Big energies today. Thank you for flowing the love river for us to soak in. Wow. All right. Oh, okay. Ah, good job. Okay. Whew, man, my whole head is like staticky with it. All right, now science of mind for each one. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for bringing a message for Leah. Let me keep them upside right because I like them like that. These ones don't matter. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for bringing messages from this deck for Leah's highest good. The highest good of everyone in that. Ooh, so we're going to leave that right there. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You got a couple of extra goodies. Sometimes Spirit says, you take what I say, not how many you say. But it's for Leah. So, Goddess, past, present, or future. Let's do the past first, or however you like. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for bringing something from this deck. Something to inspire and teach and uplift. Thank you, thank you, thank you for always guiding us, protecting us, bringing us what we need to see when we need to see it. Oh no. So I'll take these ones that went clear over there. So what do you want? Like, oh shoot, I forgot to put those ones face down. Oh, that is kind of, no, it's not. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So I have to have them, you gotta get them. So that way when I pick them back up, I can just read them to you. They're in the thing. Okay, so, where do you want these? Past, right, that way. Present. Future, I need a 3 came out for future position, and we're just gonna keep it. Ba-doop. All right, now let's go to the books and see what the books have to say about this. I opened my deck from the wrong end. Uh-oh, I wonder what that, hey, actually, you know what? That worked better though. I don't know why. All right, let's see what we got. For the past position, we have the Explorer of Water in the shadow side, the Death card upright, the Seeker card on the shadow side, Blessings, Earth Angel, Happiness, Water Pals, Recognize Simplicity, Solace to the Mind, and Artemis. for the present position. 2 of air in the reverse, 4 of earth in the reverse, 6 of water in the upright, Elder of fire, also in the shadow sign, reversed. We have trust, pond, sparkle, leadership, the gift, there is choice, outward life, and Hina. Then for the future, you got 2 of earth in the upright, temperance in the upright, strength in the upright, 4 of water on the shadow, guardian of fire on the shadow, passion, angel light, courage, splash and play, or no, I think that one says splash and fly, push or pull, the presence of good, freedom, perfect belief, Athena, Tlazal Teotl, and Selene. All right, starting with the past, I will read for you what everything says. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Explorer of water on the shadow side, up first in the past position. This could be you, someone you know. Oof. Man, my nose started tickling and I haven't read a word. Let's see what we got. It says there is a tendency to be lost in fantasies or emotional extremes. Someone may be addicted to substances or to the experience of the next spiritual high without grounding it in the physical world. Someone may be feeling spiritually superior to others. Be careful about respecting other people's boundaries and make sure you have strong boundaries of your own. The affirmation, I am riding the deep waves of joy and peace in my life. Next is 13 in the upright. Something in your life is dying while something else is nearing its time to be born. Take the time that you need to recognize that this is a natural process, a part of the great cycle of all of life. Grieve if you need to for that which is ending, whether it is a cherished dream, a relationship, or a belief system. Don't rush the process or deny all your turbulent feelings. Whether a literal death or the ending of a chapter in your life, death isn't pretty and it can hurt. It's painful. Whatever dies is gone and it will never return again in the same form. But just as the dark moon gives way to the new and winter gives way to spring, rebirth will surely follow death. Releasing that which no longer serves your best interests clears the space for new beginnings and an upsurge of vitality. When you are ready to let go of grief, you will find yourself emptied out and clean and ready for the next stage of your journey. The soul lesson themes, which might, oh, they're all upright. So physical death, transformation, conclusion, ending, transition, renewal. The journal questions to write down and ponder. What is ending or needs to end in my life? How might this ending be a blessing in disguise? In what way might pruning back the dead wood or unnecessary in my life bring about a new vitality? What are my beliefs about death? Am I prepared for my own death? Do I have a will and other necessary end-of-life documents in place? What kind of end-of-life care do I want to have? What do I want done with my remains after I die? How do I honor that which has ended in my life? How do I remember my beloved dead, The affirmation, I accept the change that death brings in order that I may receive the transformation of rebirth. Ooh, man, my whole face is tingling. All right, and then the last one of the tarot cards for the past position is the Seeker 0 card on the shadow side, which says, you may be longing to hit the road, escape, or seek more adventure in your life, but you are afraid to do it. Maybe responsibilities are holding you back, and it seems like the wrong time to take a risk. Do you fear that you have too much to lose? On the other hand, you may be too nonchalant, like a vagabond or an eternal child who refuses to grow up. It may be time to be more serious and settled. Be careful of a tendency to be naive or gullible. Are you being wise or foolish about your current situation? Soul lesson themes which may have been upside down in the past, or special quest, a new beginning, taking a risk, innocence, simplicity, childlike wonder, spontaneity, pilgrimage, adventure, the wisdom of the fool, alpha and omega. And then the journal questions to write down and ponder carefully. What journey do I begin today? How can I cultivate beginner's mind? How can I be more childlike? Have I lost my sense of wonder? How can I reconnect with it? Where or how in my life do I feel foolish? Is this my perception or the judgment of others? Where or how do I need to lighten up? What grand adventure would I like to have? Where do I need to take a risk? What is shape-shifting or changing shape in my life? What am I carrying in my bundle? Is my baggage light or is it heavy? How can I simplify my life? The affirmation, I make my life a walking prayer. And then we got blessings, Earth Angel from the Oracles next. This image celebrates love and gratitude for our planet and the delicate web of life that is the intricate and vital structure of all of creation. From the tiniest subatomic particle to the vastness of the universe, it calls us to honor and respect this miracle and to do our part to be in divine harmony with it. Make a point to celebrate the earth today. Be grateful for the seasons and the divine orchestration in all things. Send a silent thank you for the clouds, the trees, and the grasses. Take a little walk, and with each step, say, thank you, Creator, for all the things you observe, even the littlest bee that pollinates the flowers. Special message, you are inspired not to take the wonderful things in your life for granted. Look at a specific relationship or blessing you may be overlooking and flood it with appreciation. And then happiness, water pals. This image celebrates adventures with the freedom and inquisitiveness of a child. It calls us to see through a child's eyes and bring innocence and joy to all that we do. Decide to go somewhere new and not somewhere you normally would go, and try to see it from a whole new vantage point. See it as if you were a child discovering it for the first time in your life. Allow the wonder, the joy, and the happiness to shine through. Special message, you have become uptight and stiff about certain things or around some particular people. You are being inspired to look at that and then let it go. Enjoy them from a whole new vantage point. Look at them as if you have never ever seen them before. And then for the past, we got Science of Mind cards. If we try to find something difficult to grasp, then we shall never grasp it, because we shall always think of it as being incomprehensible. The mind which we discover within us is the mind that governs everything. This is the thing itself, and we should recognize its simplicity. It is what you think it is. It is a solace to the mind when we come to understand that all human limitation from the standpoint of the divinity within us is unnecessary. And then the goddess Artemis, the archaic mistress of animals, probably dates back to Paleolithic times. Her realm is the wilderness, and her concern extends to all wild, untamed things. She presides over the hunt and is the goddess of hunters. Fiercely individualistic and independent, she remains apart from relationship to men. Despite her fierceness, she is addressed as a healing and soothing goddess. Protector of births, she alleviates the suffering of women in childbirth. She is also responsible for the initiation of young girls. Artemis is a wonderful symbol of female independence. She reminds us of the value of solitude and the importance of wild, unprotected places. She shows us those frightening places that bring healing even through fear. And now the tarot cards in the present position. First one is the Two of Air on the shadow. This one says, your mind is so busy you can't discern the voice of guidance. It's time to slow down, take a walk, listen to the birds and the beating of your own heart. Your challenge is to learn to be still enough to hear the voice of spirit within. The affirmation, I take time in my day to listen and be open to receiving insight. And next you got the Four of Earth on the shadow, which says, you might ask yourself if you are taking or using more than your fair share. Our friend Squirrel can become so acquisitive that he saves more food than he really needs. He often forgets all the places where he hoarded his food for the winter. What is the best use of your resources? Your challenge is to make use of them in a way that is sustainable. The affirmation, I am a wise steward of my resources and I give thanks for the blessings in my life. These can be you or someone you know. Oh, I got a tickle in my throat on that one. All right. Next we got the Six of Water in the upright. And it says, you are opening your heart to close connections and joy as you circle with beloved friends. You bless yourself and each other as you are rocked and nurtured by Mama Ocean. Your tribe expands to include the four-leggeds, the winged ones, the finned and flippered ones. At this magic time, you are fully in the present moment, having left all cares and worries behind. The affirmation, I open my heart to all my relations and honor our connections. Elder of Fire in the shadow is the last one of the tarot cards for the present position, and it says, beware of someone who is pushy, arrogant, and self-important. They may behave like the proverbial snake oil salesman, promising miracles but failing to deliver. Dishonor may bring jealousy or vengeance. Someone who has ambitions to be a leader may be thwarted. There may be a temptation to practice a form of unethical magic. What will you do to bring yourself back into balance? The affirmation, I am at home in all the worlds of power and transformation. Wow. Okay. And now we switch over to the oracles for the present position. Trust being the first one. Pond Sparkle is the name of the illustration. This image celebrates the trust to tread into the magical waters of our imagination. It's navigating joyfully, feeling our balance, and knowing that the best and highest outcome is on its way to us. Call to mind something you thought was impossible. Now go into your sacred space and ask to become the creative self that you really are. Allow solutions to come to you from this magical energy. Trust that the solutions will come and be in gratitude every step of the way. The special message. You're being inspired to release your fear of trust. You are one with God. All outcomes, whether you judge them as good or bad, are all in perfect divine timing, serving the best and highest for the good of all concerned. Fear has no place in this holy equation. And the next is leadership, the gift. LMNOP. This image celebrates the sacredness of the stewardship of the planet. It calls us to inspire our youth to care for the earth so as to preserve it for the future generations to come. Be mindful all day how much water you use and trash you make. Make a commitment to always be aware of this and make an effort to reduce your waste. Connect to a young person and inspire them regarding their stewardship of the earth. Share with them about being aware of what impact they have on the planet and that their actions are very important too. The special message, you are being inspired to take a stand for something you believe in. It can be challenging when everyone seems to think otherwise. You are strong. Stand in your truth. The universe stands behind you. Now you have in your Science of Mind cards for the present position. Every day, every moment, every second, there is choice. If it were not so, we would not be individuals. Outward life is a result of the subjective state of our thoughts. Once again, it is what we think it is. And then Hina is said by some to be the greatest of Polynesian goddesses. In certain tellings, she is the original creator of the world, the goddesses and gods, and human beings. One story tells of her love affair with an eel who is killed. She buries his head, and several days later the first coconut tree springs forth from the grave. Hina is perhaps best known as the woman who lives in the moon. There she creates beautiful tapa cloth from the bark of the mulberry tree, which we see as clouds surrounding the moon. Hina represents that part of ourselves that creatively brings forth nourishment, even in the midst of what appears to be death and decay. Wowzers, and now your futures. Ooh, these are going to be fun. All right. Ooh. Man, the energy is making it feel like I have tickles everywhere. Like my feet. How you doing? Two of Earth is up. Good, good. Two of Earth in the upright says, you are balancing more than one thing at a time and adapting to a potentially chaotic situation. Your responsibilities may weigh heavily on you, or you may be handling them with grace. We tend to pride ourselves on how well we multitask, but it often comes at the price of losing our focus. Perhaps it's time to consider doing one thing at a time for a change. Affirmation, I stay centered in the midst of many demands on my time and attention. And then number 14, the Temperance is next. Combining opposites. Temperance offers the serenity of the middle way between polarities. Embrace the different parts of your personality and life's experiences, both light and shadow, joyful and painful. They all combine together, resulting in your unique individuality. This is an opportunity for the inner spiritual life to harmonize with the external life of the workaday world. Temperance offers the discovery that your whole life is a work of art. It also indicates someone who may be in need of healing on a spiritual or physical level. And the winged one, a descendant of the ancient bird goddesses, will facilitate that. She may also guide you into the role of becoming a healer yourself. The soul lesson themes: balancing opposites, finding a third or middle way, healing, blending opposites to create something new, moderation, tempering, art and creativity, seeking resolution, owning your own light and shadow. Journal questions. How can I balance opposites? How can I find the middle way? What can I create that is new and unique from two polarities? What am I tempering? How am I an artist? How am I a healer? Have I integrated the light and shadow sides of my personality? What setbacks or losses in my life have opened the doorway to unexpected blessings? The affirmation: I combine and blend opposites to create something beautiful and unique. And then you got the Strength card. You are learning to embrace the wilder, more instinctual facets of your personality. If you were taught to think of the body and the natural world as inferior to the mind and spirit, you are now discovering that such is not the case. You are learning to reconsecrate your relationship with your body and with Mother Earth herself. You may be facing adversity in your life. The development of your inner fortitude is the unseen blessing of difficult times. Oh wow, that's what the last card was saying. When you face your fears, when you accept the reality of an unpleasant situation, when you acknowledge the truth you've been avoiding, you develop the courage that allows you to persevere. If you've never before been tested, you may be surprised to discover a wild source of strength you didn't know you had. Like a woman giving birth alone in the wilderness. Afterwards, you are changed and your sense of personal power grows. Others see it in you and call it charisma. Your inner fire has been awakened and it will never again go out. Soul lesson themes: courage, inner fortitude, stamina, having respect for your inner passions, including your anger, self-discipline, control, perseverance, passion, sexuality, defeating an adversary, and better yet, making a friend of a former adversary, vitality, joy of life, chi energy or life force, embracing your instinctual, impulsive nature, your inner wild woman or man. The power to turn an adversary into a friend. The solar female in contrast to the hermit as the lunar male. Balance of reason and instinct. Developing self-confidence by discovering the power within. Yes. Journal questions to write down and ponder. What life circumstances have led me to develop my inner strength? How am I taming the beast in my life? How am I expressing my inner wildness? How do I balance my instincts with my reason? Have I made a friend of my animal instincts? What am I passionate about? Where do I find my lust for life? How does joy make me strong? The affirmation, I face adversity with peaceful courage and inner fire. The 4 of water on the shadow side is next in the future position. It says you may feel drained and empty as if your own personal well is run dry. You may feel bored, lethargic, or emotionally unstable. This may be you or someone you know. You may not appreciate all the blessings in your life. It's time to turn all that around. Go to the water, even if it's your own bathtub. Allow the water to wash away your troubles. Your challenge is to find a way to come into emotional balance. The affirmation, I allow the sacred waters to pour peace and contentment into me. Very important to do that so you can get to your highest possible timeline, highest level of health and joy and love and all the goodies. And then the Guardian of Fire came out in the shadow. This is your last tarot card, and it says, someone may be demanding more attention than is appropriate. They may be full of ego and hogging the spotlight. What was a natural warmth may turn to anger. Behaving like a diva won't win many friends, and jealousy of others' success is unworthy behavior. It is time to make allies with those whose good fortunes is enviable. The affirmation, I spark creativity in others while tending my own creative flame. It sounds like maybe there's someone in your life that's vibrating at a kind of a low level, and they either need to come up or you have to walk away so that you can continue to rise. So next we have the oracles. Passion is the first one. Angel Light is the name of the illustration. This image celebrates love, beauty, joy, and our divine connection with all that is. It is calling us to radiate these blessings to everyone and all things around us. Try to find love in all that you do today. Give 5 people a sincere compliment. Extend a helping hand to someone who needs it. Do something special for a friend or family member, or pay a toll for a stranger. Whatever it is, give it in the true spirit of love. Special message, you are being inspired to open your heart even wider. Little petty nuisances, irritations, and negativities pinch off the flow of your incredible loving energy. Let go of the stuff and shine like the being of light you truly are. Stuff is in quotation marks. We know what you mean. Courage, splash and fly is your last oracle card for this reading. Future position. You or someone you know. I'd say this is you because these are oracles. Usually it's the tarot that talks about other people. This image celebrates our pioneering spirit and our courage to be on the leading edge of creation. It calls us to boldly step forward into the great unknown, knowing and having faith that we are always taken care of. Step into your power today. Call forth the courage to take the lead in your life and draw your strength from your connection with the divine, not from your dependence on those around you. Special message, you are being inspired to break away from the group and find your power within. Very important. Oof. Push or pull says at all times we are either drawing things to us or pushing them away. Make sure the things you speak are the most positive outcomes, most positive situation, most positive future plan, most positive expectation. By the presence of good, evil is cast out, just as by the presence of light, the darkness disappears. The divine plan is one of freedom. Bondage is not God ordained. Freedom is the birthright of every living soul. Perfect belief is the beginning and the end of all good mental work. You have to believe it to be true for you, and it is the best thing. Believe in the best thing rather than believe in the worst possible outcome or the negative manifestations. All right, and you got 3 goddess cards for the future. First one. Athena is presented by the Greeks as the virgin goddess of war and wisdom. Ooh, another war goddess. Fight for yourself. A symbol of courage and friendship, she often counsels warriors to gentleness. She is especially honored as a goddess of agriculture, the creator of the olive tree, the flute, the ship, goldsmithing, and shoemaking, and the goddess who introduced the yoke for the oxen and bridle for the horse. She is a patron of all useful and elegant arts. In Greek mythology, Athena is said to have breathed soul into the men created by Prometheus and to have helped Prometheus steal fire from the heavens to give to men. Athena is a wonderful affirmation that there are no limits to what a woman can do with her intellect and creative ability. Then you got Tlazolteotl, a Toltec earth mother, the goddess of carnal love and desire. Like Kali in India, she is portrayed as a horrible, devouring figure, yet is also honored as a moving creative principle. She is sometimes pictured as 4 sisters, the 4 ages of woman who are present at the crossroads of one's life. Tlazolteotl is best known as the eater of impurities. Once in a lifetime, a person confessed her worst deeds and sins to Tlazolteotl, holding back nothing. In return, the confessor received absolution. No impurity or defilement was too great to be forgiven. Tlazolteotl is that deep part of ourselves that we fear because it is so powerful and unfamiliar. Yet, when we touch her through her fearsome countenance, we find absolute mercy. She is proof that anything that can overwhelm and destroy us also has the power to heal and grant forgiveness. The last one, Selene. The queen of the starlit heavens is the ancient Greek goddess of the moon. So you got the moon several times. She carries the moon across the sky in a white chariot driven by winged horses or bulls. She is the totality of the moon with its waxing into fullness and waning into darkness. Selene fell in love with a mortal, Endymion. When she descended to the earth to join Endymion, he fell into a deep sleep from which he never awoke. Selene continued to visit him nightly. In later Greek mythology, Selene represented the full moon, while Artemis represented the crescent, who you also had, the crescent or waxing moon, and Hecate, the waning and dark moon. Hence, Selene is Phoebe, meaning bright and shining. She is traditionally represented with the crescent moon as a diadem. Selene represents the fullness of life, incorporating all phases of light and darkness in her shining. Wow. And that is your reading at 37:55. Congratulations on winning. Don't forget to share the events with all of your friends and family. Even if they don't care about this stuff, maybe something will trigger them to watch the right time at the right moment. I'm sending you all kinds of healing and love. Don't forget to drink plenty of water. Don't forget to hug somebody with all of your whole self. Get out there and love somebody. Say the words that need to be said that haven't been said yet. And I will see you next time.